Hello everyone, it's Conor Entrepreneur, and Uber won a big victory today in a lawsuit on whether or not they had the right to put in their user agreements that passengers could not sue them for anything they did. Now, in case you have not been following this lawsuit, this was a very interesting lawsuit because it was brought up because some passengers found out some shady stuff Uber was doing, tried to sue them for it, and was told that they had agreed to terms of service that were hidden pages and pages into the user agreement that, hey, you can't sue us, or you cannot sue us and everything must be done in arbitration. Now then, Uber lost that argument when it came to Google. But when it comes to everyday folk like you and me, they won that argument, where the judge admitted that yes, it wasn't fair, it probably wasn't right. It's unlikely anyone would actually read all the user agreements. I do, for the record, just so I know what I'm agreeing to. But that, hey, you know what? Ultimately, they do agree to them, and so it has to be put in arbitration. Now, this is considered a huge win for Silicon Valley in general, and probably a big loss for consumers. I personally believe that there are limits on what they should be allowed to let you legally agree to. I mean, I understand like certain things, like if you're doing like an experimental surgery or something, then yeah, signing a waiver is one thing, but it is bothering me that all these companies, and that's whether it's Uber, Target, Disney, whatever, they put these little things in their agreements, usually on page 12 or 13, and they say, by the way, you can't sue us. Even if we do something that is blatantly against the law, you can't sue us. It has to go to arbitration. We have to settle the matter privately, which, of course, they're never going to settle it privately, because privately, who cares? You know, we got the money, you don't got the money, we win. So this is not great news. Now, here's the thing. I want to point out, this isn't going to be the case with every company. Other companies have been sued for this very thing, and sometimes the people do win. I think the only way it's ever going to really stop is if some legislation comes in that says, hey, you know what? These are the things you cannot put in your user agreement. And I would advocate taking away that you cannot sue us. We cannot change the terms of conditions whenever we want. And if you don't agree to the new terms, you don't have to, because you agree to the old terms. So guess what? If you agree to the old terms, you can use service on those terms. I think things like that would be very, very good for everyone in the long run. Will it actually happen? Probably not. Probably not. It's been going on too long, and there's just no reason to stop now. There's not nearly enough pushback for change to happen in user agreements, and there should be. But with that said, what do you folks think? Do you agree with the judge that this should move to arbitration? Do you disagree with him? What do you feel about in the user agreements, people giving up their right to sue? Do you think that's right, wrong? Do you think people should read the agreements before they sign them? Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. $5 will get you access to exclusive video content that is not available to the general public, or by buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. If you want to try driving for Uber, then use my referral link below. It's not a great company to drive for at the moment, sometimes, I admit, but the bonus is usually nice. So, you know, if you just need a little influx of cash, getting the bonus is nice way to do it. There's also Lyft, by the way. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.